Hey everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer and welcome to a new playthrough video. Today I am playing Arkham Horror the card game, specifically the Dunwich Legacy. I am playing scenario number 3. It's called the Essex County Express. I'm going to go ahead and read it, and if you haven't watched the previous videos you probably want to do that, or else you might not understand what the story of this particular campaign is. It says, recent events in the museum have forced you to reevaluate Armitage's tale about Dunwich. It cannot be a coincidence. Wilbur Whatley, the Necronomicon, the creature from Dunwich, and the people and creatures who attacked here in Arkham. Everything must be connected. You're certain now where you must head, the lonely and dismal town of Dunwich Village. You consider telling the Massachusetts State Police what you know, but the negative consequences outweigh the potential gain. Given the nature of your story, they would likely write up your stories as an absurd hoax. Worse, they might lock you up. After all, you were present in an illegal speakeasy, and you also trespassed in the museum. Instead, you decide to head to Dunwich yourself in order to investigate further. You pack everything you think you might need and manage to get some rest for the night. In the morning, you head to the train station in Northside and purchase a last-minute express ticket. Dunwich is several hours by train northwest along the Miskatonic River Valley. There is no train station in Dunwich, but you manage to phone one of Armitage's acquaintances in the small village, a man by the name of Zebulon Whatley, who was present during the event several months ago. Armitage's notes indicate that the Whatley family is spread across many branches, some decadent and unscrupulous, others undecayed or otherwise untouched by nefarious and diabolical rites. According to Armitage, Zebulon's branch of the family lay somewhere between the decayed and undecayed, who knew of the traditions of his ancestors, but was not corrupted by them. He agrees to pick you up at the closest station and drive you into town. As the train departs from Arkham, you feel the events of the previous night catching up to you and exhaustion sets in. But before you can safely reach your destination, the train car suddenly rumbles and shakes, startling you out of your reverie. The train loudly skids to a violent halt, and you hear a rattling noise behind you. All right, I have gone ahead and set it up. There are 6 train cars. I start in the rear. The train engine is up here. Okay, it says, during the scenario, locations are lined up left to right with the engine car on the far right. Whenever a card effect refers to the location to the left or location to the right, it refers to the immediate left or right. Any card effects that reference a direction, left or right, should be interpreted from this perspective. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I need to read the agenda first. It starts with foredoom to advance it, a tear in reality. As the train to Dunwich comes to a jarring stop, you look out the window behind you and see an immense tear in the sky, like a rip in a piece of cloth. Several of the rearmost train cars are pulled backwards, and there is a dreadful metallic crunch as they are detached. The train cars topple upwards and into the rift. Nearby passengers are panicking, others are cowering in their seats, and one elderly man has fainted in fear. Now the act, which is what I'm supposed to try to advance, it says run. The train is stopped on a bridge high above the Miskatonic River. You might be able to survive the fall, but you don't like your chances. Your best bet is to make your way to the engine car as fast as you can and get the train running. Objective: if an investigator enters the engine car, advance. This is a race against time. Now, I've already shuffled all the decks, but I'll go ahead and shuffle it just a couple more times just to show you I'm not cheating. I don't know why I always do this. It's one of those things that it's like, does the viewer trust me that I'm really playing this randomly? All right, shuffled. Let's go ahead and shuffle Rex's deck and draw his cards. Remember, you draw 5, you get 1 mulligan. And if you draw any weaknesses, you can put those back in and shuffle it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rex will start with working a hunch, search for the truth, free the mind, Milan. These aren't bad. I'll keep them. All right, and then Roland. Now, Roland starts with a mental trauma and a physical trauma, which is unfortunate, and Rex starts with a physical trauma. So basically, one health lower, and for Roland, 1 health and 1 sanity lower. Can't help it. That's just part of the game. It happens over time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good card. Maybe good. Either place 1 clue in your look or just go 1 clue. Okay, we'll see. Those aren't. Not knowing what's going to happen, I'll just keep the cards. I'm not sure what's going on. All right. Rex and Roland start at this end. My goal is to get here to move the act. So I think that's probably in my best interest, is to move as fast as I can. First thing that happens is I reveal this one. You cannot enter train cars unless all the clues on the location to its left have been discovered. You cannot enter train car unless all the clues on the locations. So you got to get all the clues off of them? Are you kidding me? Wow. Okay. Okay, this has 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a shroud of 2. And I'll just put Roland down here and Rex up here. Now it says forced. It does say that if there's a forced, you have to do, on the first card revealed, you have to do it. So it is a forced. After you enter this passenger card, you must either discard cards from your hand with at least 2 total will icons or take 2 horror. Man. All right, I'm going to have Rex go first. Will, I have 1. You must discard from your hand with at least 2 will. I don't have, well, I have a wild. I don't want to take 2 horror this early. Well, I could because he's got 9. I'll do it. I'll take the 2 horror. It is what it is. All right, and we'll get to Roland in a minute. All right, so if Rex can get all 4 of these clues, he can let Roland advance here. So we need to get these clues. Rex has a investigate of 4 versus 2. Let me see. Now I do have discover 1 clue. I can fast play this, which doesn't count as an action, and I get 2. It costs 2. I'll go ahead and pay the 2 and take a clue right away. And this card goes into my discard. Let's see what else I got. Play only if there is a clue at your location. Draw 3 cards. That could be a good one too, but it's not a fast one. We got to get clues. All right. So for my first action, I will investigate. Now his special is after you succeed at a skill test by 2 or more, you get to discover another clue. So he could do this. He could do this not in 1 shot, but 2 shots. He will go ahead and investigate, and there's draw X cards with X number of clues on him. Okay, to a max of 5. That's an event. For each point you succeed, draw a card. No, after you successfully. This is not good. All right, so let's go ahead and investigate. It is 4 versus 2. I do not like those odds, so let's go ahead and help. For each point you succeed, I'm gonna discard this to make it 5 to 2. 5 minus 1 is 4. He does beat it by 2, so he gets 2 clues instead of 1. That's his first action. Second action, he's going to do 4 versus 2. 4 versus 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. He still gets it. And since all the clues are cleared, he can move here to reveal this. It's got 2 clues on it and a shroud of 4. And it says forced. After you enter this passenger card, you must either discard cards from your hand with at least 2 total fist icons or take 2 damage. Come on! All right, he's got to take 2 damage. Man, this one could be bad for me. Okay, and he is done. Roland has to do this. He has to discard 2 total will, which he does not have. Well, he can get rid of this one and this one, which has wilds. So yes, he can do it. So he won't take the 2 horror. So his first action is he will move. Second action, he's got to try to get clues, and he is not good at getting clues. But he does have this one. After you defeat an enemy, discover a clue. Well, there's no enemy. This one gives him 2 investigate. He'll play it. He's got an investigate of 3 plus 2 is 5 versus 4. I could help him with this. 5 versus 4 is not bad. I'll donate Christopher to make it 6 versus 4. Oh, I forgot to do the thing. Hold on. This is -1. So I didn't fail, so he does get a clue. But hold on, I've got to donate fists, or I take, and I didn't have any. So when he entered this car, he will take 2 damage. His health is 9, -1 is 8, so he takes 2, he's down to 6. All right, and that was, all right, his first turn was to move, second was investigate. He's got one more investigate action, which I will play this one, which also gives him 2 bonus. He is at 5 versus 4, and Rex will contribute this one, which gives him 1, so it's 6 versus 4 again. 6 minus 1, and we got another, we cleared this one. Okay. That was his. He got that one. All right, so Rex has 4 clues. Roland has 1. Each of them has only 1 card left because they were helping each other out, and Roland is done. End of the turn. It is enemy phase. There are no enemies out. So we do upkeep, which means they flip over. They each get a resource. And they draw a card. Roland draws Alice Luxley, an ally. And Rex draws a weapon, 45 automatic. That could be helpful. And now we do the Mythos phase. We place a Doom token, 1 out of 4. And when it hits 4, it will advance the agenda. And now I have to draw cards. Now Rex went first, so he draws first. He gets an Acolyte. Spawn at an empty location. After the Acolyte enters play, place a Doom token on it. Well, these aren't revealed, so you don't know if they're empty or not. So I assume that means it would have to go here. Place on an empty location. And you do place a Doom token, which means it's technically at 2 now. Roland will draw, and he gets Frozen in Fear. Put it into play in your threat area. The first time you perform one of the actions, move, fight, or evade, each round, it costs 1 additional action. At the end of your turn, you can test 3 will to discard this. All right. Well, that's not good. Okay, we're up to Rex. Rex will move because, remember, you can't move here until all the clues are gone. Golly, this is taking a while. Flip it. He moves for his first action. And it does not have a forced. All right. Parlor car. Parlor car cannot be investigated. You just have to spend resources. It says spend 3 resources to get a clue. All right, there's 2 clues on it. And Rex does have a good amount of money right now. He has 4, but he can only buy 1 clue. Well, I'm going to let Roland has the money. I'm going to spend my 4 on this automatic. I'm going to get him a weapon. He spends 4. And he's got his weapon, and it has 4 shots, which I will put up here with 4 tokens on it. So he does have a weapon, and that was his second action. And for his third action, I'm going to draw a card, and I got his weakness, of course. Now the weakness says when you succeed at a skill test, you return the revealed chaos token and draw another one. If it causes you to fail, you can discard the Rex card. So you want to fail to get rid of that curse. That's not good. All right, Rex is done. That was his third and final. He moved. He spent 3 resources. No, he didn't. He paid for the gun, and then he drew a card. All right, it is Roland's turn. Roland will move for an action. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he will spend 3 to get a clue. He will spend another action and another 3 to get the second clue, and that is the end of his turn. Can't do anything more. All right. End of the turn. Oh, hold on. The first time you perform, all right. So it costs 1 additional action. So technically, one of these goes back because it would have taken 2 actions to move him to this train. All right, so now it's the end of his turn. Test 3 at the end of your turn. Okay, so test 3 will. I've got a will of 3 and nothing to help me out with it. Does Rex have anything? I'm going to donate this to give him a +1. So he's at 4 versus 3. 4 plus 1 is 5. He does succeed, so he can get rid of this, which is excellent. And that is That's the end of his turn. All right, so no enemies. Oh, no, there is an enemy. There's an acolyte. He just stays there. I can go back and hit him and try to get rid of that, but I don't really want to do that. I need to be making forward progress. So he'll stay. It is now upkeep. I flip these over. Everybody gets a resource and draws a card. Roland draws evidence. Excellent. He can get a clue. Rex draws preposterous sketches. All right. That is all we got. Now, Mythos phase. We place a token. Now there are 3. 2 here and 1 on the Acolyte for a total of 3 out of 4. Rex went first, so he will draw. Dissonant Voices. Put it into play in your threat area. You cannot play assets or events. At the end of the round, you can discard it. Okay. So he can't play any assets or events. Roland. Pushed into the Beyond. Choose and shuffle a non-story asset you control into your deck and discard the top 3 cards of your deck. If a copy of that asset... Okay, choose and shuffle a non-story asset. I don't have any in play, so this does not happen. I don't have to follow. I don't have to do it. A non-story asset you control into your deck. Okay, excellent. All right, so freebie. I could have Roland go first because he has a card that says fast, which won't cost me a turn. It just costs me a clue. Play and discover 1 clue at your location. So let's do that. I'm going to play this. I'm going to pay 1. And I can get this last clue. And that was a fast play, so it didn't count as an action. So instead, he's going to move to the right to this train car for 1 action. Dining car is connected to the locations left and right. Forced. After you reveal dining car, search the encounter deck for a grappling horror and draw it. It doesn't say to shuffle this, but I assume you do. A grappling horror. There it is. All right. It doesn't say to shuffle, but most of the time you're intended after you, because it's like you get to look at the deck, and you can't do that. All right. So we'll shuffle it. And I now have a grappling horror that is with me. And it engages with me since I'm already here. All right, so he moved. We got this, and he's got 2 more actions. Well, he's going to have to fight. And it's got 3 health and 3 fight. And it says, while you are engaged with the grappling horror, you cannot move. All right, so, and by the way, there are no clues here with a 2 shroud. Let's go ahead and fight it, and I'm going to play 1-2 punch. It costs 2, and it says you get +1 for this attack, and if you succeed, you can fight the enemy again, and you get +2 fight and +1 damage, which would deal me 3 damage to this. So the first fight is +1, and I am 4 fight, +1 is 5. 5 versus 3, and Rex can't help because he's in a different car. So 5 versus 3. 5 minus 1 is 4, so I do manage to put a damage on him. And now, because I was successful, the card I just played, 1-2 punch, says if you were successful, now you get +2 fight and +1 damage, which will bring it up to 3 damage. So now I'm at 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 versus 3. Oh, I got the Elder Sign. +1 for each clue. Wow, I beat that guy hands down. So Grappling Horror is gone. And that was my second action. First action was a move. Second action was a fight. And now I've got 1 more action. There are no clues here, so technically I could move forward 1. I don't have enough resources to put my ally in play, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and move. I'm going to move here. And I am done. Passenger car. After you enter this passenger car, you must either discard cards from your hand with at least 2 agility or take 2 damage. Well, I don't have any agility, so I'll have to take 2 damage. Man, my guys are going to get hurt. There are 6 clues on this location. Good Lord. But it's got a shroud of 1, which is really good. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is Rex's turn. Rex, at the end of the round, discard. So I can't discard this until then, and his curse is going to prevent. So 1 action, 2 actions, and for his third and final, I need all those clues, but this Rex's curse is a pain. So let's test it. I'm going to do an investigate. My investigate is 4 versus 1. It doesn't matter what I draw here. I have to throw it back in because of this curse. 4 versus 1. Well, it does matter if I succeed. 4 versus 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. So I succeed. But it says, okay, if you succeed, put it back in and draw another one. If you fail, you get rid of the Rex's curse. I really want to fail this. So 4 versus 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. So I have to keep Rex's curse. But I do get one clue. And I get another one because I succeeded by 2. So 2 of them are gone, and that is Rex's turn is done. Okay, here's the bad news. Enemy turn. This enemy stays put. It comes to me. I ready up. Everybody gets a resource and draws a card. Roll and gut cover up, which is not good. He starts with put cover up into play when you discover with 3 clues on it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. When you would discover 1 or more clues, discard that many. At the end, if there are any clues, you suffer mental trauma. Okay, so I got to get rid of those. And that's good. I can get rid of them by here with a Shroud of 1. Okay, now the problem. I didn't draw Rex's card. Rex draws Fingerprint Kit. Okay. And we're not at the end of the round yet. Are we? Yeah, no. Yes, we are. After the upkeep phase, this goes away. Now it is the Mythos phase. The 4th token, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are cleared. You clear them on the Acolyte. And then this gets advanced. Oh, Roland did defeat the enemy. Oh, by the way, after you defeat an enemy, discover a clue. He would have gotten another clue off of here. Forgot about that. Let's flip this over. The rearmost car of the train detaches as it is pulled backwards. Remove the leftmost location from the game or place it in the victory display if it has victory X. It does not have victory on it. No. Each investigator at the location is defeated. Each enemy at that location is discarded. Well, the Acolyte goes away. That's excellent. All right, and then this one goes away, and we have a shorter car. Discard all clues. Hold on. Each enemy, discard all clues controlled by the... all these clues are going away? Okay. All my clues disappear. Okay. That's fine. I don't think those are only helping me right now by advancing from car to car anyway. All right, that's probably normal. Okay, now we read the second agenda. The tear grows larger, and you can feel the rearmost car of the train shaking as it is pulled backward. The situation threatens to erupt into chaos as more passengers realize the danger. Some passengers are looking for places to hide, while others are running about the compartments in terror. This one takes 3 doom to advance. I still need to reach the engine car to forward. So now we draw these, and this would be Roland. He went first this turn. He draws Ancient Evils. Place a doom on the current agenda. Rex draws Helpless Passenger. Surge. I have to draw another one. Put Helpless Passenger into play at the location to your left. You can talk to him to take control of him. Forced. If Helpless Passenger leaves play, each investigator takes a horror. So I got to go back and get him so that he'll stay with me and keep him safe. Okay, I can do that. That was the 2 cards from here. I drew Ancient Evils, and I drew that. All right, it's my turn. Let's have Rex go 1 action. For another action, he'll talk to this one. And then for the third action, it says you take control of it. So I have control of him. He has 1 health, 1 sanity. And then for my third one, I'm going to move up here, and I am done. That was a quick turn. Roland needs to get rid of these 3 cover-ups, so he's going to try to get these. After you enter past card, you must either discard. Okay, so he doesn't have enough resources to put Alice in play, so Darn it. Did I not draw a card for Roland? I should have. I did not draw. I drew Rex's card. I did not draw Roland's. Roland got magnifying glass. I knew I should have had another card in my hand. Okay. Or did I draw cover up? I drew cover up. Sorry. That's what I did. All right. Roland's turn. There's 3 clues and 3. And with a shroud of 1, I really do need to investigate. His investigate is 3 versus 1. I will try this. 3 versus 1. This is minus X, where X is the current agenda number. 2. 3 minus 2 is 1, and he does get a clue, but he takes 1 off of here. When you would discover 1 or more clues, discard that many. Okay, so that goes away. So that was turn number 1. Turn number 2, he'll do it again. 3 versus 1. 3 minus 0, he gets another clue off of cover up. And last one, 3 versus 1. 3 plus 1 is 4, and he does manage to clear cover up, which is excellent. That goes into my discard, and his turn is done. All right, Rex still has the curse out, but he does have a helpless passenger, which could be good. I got all fast play. Okay, here we go. Fast play during your trip. Discover a clue. I'll play it and get a clue, and then fast play. Play only if there's a clue. Draw 3 cards. Feed the mind. No. All right, so I do have to investigate. All right, let's go ahead and contribute Search for the Truth to give me +2. Well, he's already at 4. I'm not going to do that. He's at 4 versus 1. I like those odds. 4 versus 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. He did defeat it by more than 2, so he gets the final 2 clues off of here. And this one was a victory, by the way. I do get that one. That one comes up here to the victory display once it's destroyed. All right, so Rex took his second turn, and his third and final, I'm going to move here, and he is done. This is revealed. It is a passenger car. 4 clues on it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 4 clues. And it says, after you enter this passenger car, you must discard cards from your hand with at least 2 research or take 2 horror. Well, the good news is I can do that. 2 research. Let's get rid of Milan, and we'll get rid of Feed the Mind. All right, that is that. So I didn't have to do that. Okay, end of the turn. There are no enemies. They are not in the same car, however. No enemies, so we do upkeep. These flip over. We each get a resource and draw a card. Roland draws Magnifying Glass, which I knew. And Rex draws Disc of Examna. That's not a bad card to have. Okay. Poor Rex and his curse is still lingering. All right, next is the Mythos phase. We place a Doom token, and we draw cards. Roland went first, then Rex. So Roland draws Broken Rails. Each investigator at your location loses an action. All right, so I'll just go ahead and eliminate 1 action. Each investigator at your location with 4 or more damage must also discard an asset. I don't have any assets in play, but that's okay. I still have to lose an action, so that's gone. Rex draws Rotting Remains. Test 3 will. For each point, you take a horror. My will is 3. Do I have anything to contribute? 1, 2. I will contribute these 2 to make it 5 versus 3. And this is -1, so I did not fail, and this card goes away. All right, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer. This is 30 minutes. I keep my episodes under 30 minutes, so I'll be back next week with the next episode. We'll see what happens. Until then, everybody, take care.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame newsletter. Each week, the Tabletop Engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.